This week's mental health tips are about what to do in a mental health crisis. Hi, I'm Angela. I have a husband with bipolar 2 disorder, my kids have ADHD, and I myself have struggled with depression. You're not alone. Last week, we talked about how to help friends and family with mental illness, but sometimes it's more than an ongoing mental illness, it's an emergency. This week's mental health tips are about what to do in a mental health crisis. When a crisis hits, we can feel blindsided and unprepared. It might seem like it came out of nowhere, just flipping everything upside down without warning. That's why it's important to plan ahead and have a checklist to run through so that you don't have to depend on your memory in the middle of a highly stressful situation. So first, you want to assess the situation. The important question is, are they a danger to themselves or others? If you want more information on how to assess for a risk of suicide, you can check out one of my previous videos with that information. Don't be afraid to call 911 or the local crisis line, and I'll link to all of that information in the notes below. Next, you want to choose responses that have the potential to de-escalate the situation. Obviously, there are no guarantees, but it's better to have a plan instead of reacting emotionally and adding to an already stressful situation. If you can call a counselor or a psychiatrist for some advice prior to diving in, that's even better. And don't assume or make accusations or hurl judgments. That's really easy to do when we're scared and worried. But the worst thing that we can do is to start an argument or try to convince them that they're being unreasonable. We do want to be the calmest person in the room and just show support and concern. We want to ask how we can help them and really listen to what they're going through and offer options to see if we can help solve the issue that they're facing. And sometimes we just need to give them space and really keep the stimulation level to a minimum. Remember that as much as we'd like to be in control of our loved ones, we really can't be. We do, however, get to choose how we set our hearts and minds and what we're really focusing on. I encourage you to read the whole passage of Colossians 3, 1 through 17. But in verse 15, it says, "Let the peace of Christ rule in your hearts, since as members of one body you were called to peace, and be thankful." We can have peace, even in the midst of turmoil. How have you de-escalated a mental health crisis with someone you love? Comment below, I'd love to hear from you. And don't miss out on next week's video, where we'll address how to respond when you can't de-escalate the crisis. And a big thank you to His Heart Foundation for supporting this channel. If you want more in-depth mental health information for you and those you love, check out mentalhealth.academy today.
Are you or someone you love or work with struggling with depression? One of the biggest things keeping you from a thriving relationship with them is understanding what depression really is. Have you found yourself asking Google or reading blog after blog, trying to figure out how depression is affecting you or the person you care about? But there just seems to be either too much information or it's like reading a college textbook from a psych student. This need is why we at His Heart Foundation created Mental Health Academy, a place where we give you the big picture understanding of what depression is through video courses featuring Christian counselors who specialize in depression. We know and understand that a clear picture of depression will give you the confidence and comfort in your depression or in the person you care about. After taking this course, you will have a new confidence in yourself and in working with those who have depression, and you will see your relationships soar.